Australians have a healthy obsession with all things house and home.
This really appeals to me. It's got character, it's large. The floor plan is really interesting too.
Is an entertainer's paradise.
Talk about quality and high-end luxury. Look at the size of this.
So many of us strive to one day have an abode that we can call our own.
The use of the high ceilings and the way that the light comes into the home is something that's special about it.
For some, they are lucky enough to take that extra step to design and build their own dream home. But who did it best?
You actually feel really like you're at a retreat, like you want to escape.
Let's see if we can find Australia's best house. Hi, I'm Megan Gale. Today we are on our search to find Australia's best house. Our hosts have toured the best homes in Australia so our judges can crown one of them Australia's best. Today it's all about country homes. The judges will choose just one from today's lineup and it will go through to our final and could possibly earn the title of Australia's best house. Let's take a look at our country house lineup on today's show. We kick off with this sprawling Australian Hamptons home with a rich history in Western Australia.
But one of my favourite parts of the home is the original wall, and it just reminds them that this was once an original cottage.
We check out a traditional Australian ranch style in country Victoria.
The brief was to have a very, very relaxed environment, but also be really fresh too.
Then tour a home designed and built to look like an Italian village.
This is the most amazing surprise on the other side of those doors.
And Gary walks us through this stunning modern country home located in country New South Wales.
Very spacious as you enter. First impressions are always important to us.
Well, it is to us too, because we want to make sure this is Australia's best house.
That's right.
Our judges are heading into the design room, ready to take a look at our opening house.
I wanted to be a fashion designer. My dad was actually a builder. I kind of had this innate love for homes regardless. And I just had this unique ability to be able to go into a home and to be able to see if walls needed to be changed and, you know, I could draw. And so it just became quite a natural flow on from wanting to be a fashion designer. Hi, I'm Natalie Bowen, and in Australia I'm known as the Hamptons Queen. This is my home. Come and take a look.
I love the contrast of the white with the grey. I think it makes the timber work really pop.
The old homestead is a fifth generational family homestead on this enormous rural property. So we're here in what's now our entrance room. We have got a north wing and we have a south wing. So I'm going to show you the north wing first. So let's go and take a look. We have these enormous ceilings that we've detailed with some gorgeous hardy groove. And it was always going to be one of those rooms that we could entertain, flow open those beautiful bifold doors, and having these enormous chandeliers that really then showcases the exorbitant height of these ceilings.
She's used great details like lining boards on the ceiling. I think that adds a lovely texture.
The kitchen is always the heart of the home, and I knew that when I was designing this kitchen it had to not only be beautiful but also had to be functional. One of the things that started this whole kitchen were these beautiful pendant lights. We had a massive Christmas here and we had up to 20 people in the kitchen, and it was so big we felt like we could just communicate and have a lot of fun with it. One of the things that I absolutely love about this home is it's actually a smart home. As a designer, I also am very conscious of the way that products look, and the Quantify devices are so seamless on the wall. You can actually create a lifestyle with these devices that we've been able to use with Quantify technology. You can actually voice activate it. Alexa, I'm home. Touch it as the device, or you can actually use the app on your phone. So it's incredibly easy to use. But one of my favourite parts of the home is the original wall. It's a wall that people just want to put their hands on, and it just reminds them that this was once an original cottage. And then this hallway then leads us down to the south wing. I wanted it to be very calming. I tend to use a lot of blues in bedrooms, blue for boys, but it's also subtle for the ladies, especially when you use those beautiful duck egg blues. And then we've got our bathroom through in here. It's a freestanding bath. And again, the idea behind this is that you could open up the French doors looking out onto the beautiful canola fields. They're just stunning.
Colonial bar windows right throughout the back of the property certainly opens the back of the home up visually to that natural Australian landscape, doesn't it?
And that view of those canola fields, you wouldn't get sick of that, would you?
And her styling is so beautiful. I mean, layer upon layer upon layer, from cushions to lighting to wallpaper, it's all there.
I had obviously these beautiful high ceilings that I wanted to make sure that I used every inch of the space that I could. But then down the other end, you can actually sit down and look at the windows, and it almost looks like little picture frames. When designing this home, I really wanted to capture the pure beauty of the rural landscape. That's really what in the Hamptons it's all about. We wanted to make sure that it had the resort feel, that it had a beautiful pool for sun lounging in. We had as much seating as we possibly could. And we also had to think about the sustainability and products that we used. We didn't have a lot of water here on the land, so we've actually used urban turf solutions here. We've got our solar panels. We've been really mindful of the material and products that we've used through this process. I think the judges are really going to love this property for a couple of reasons. The family heritage, and we've kept it through the generations in our family. We've used sustainable products. We've really encapsulated the Australian home, but with the beauty of those Hampton features. We love living here, and we've loved having you with us today.
I love the way she's laid out the living spaces. I imagine you could cater for 100 people in this home. Everyone would have somewhere to sit, and I think that creates a real community feel in the home.
For me, I think there's a real missed opportunity in the rich heritage of the building. Originally, some of those photographs showed us a beautiful, iconic Australian homestead, which is almost not recognisable now.
She's obviously had a vision of delivering something in line with her passion, and she started with that old school cattle station. I think she's done a really good job of transforming that into something that obviously she's extremely passionate about. She's done a good job.
When we come back, we check out this home, which is a traditional Australian ranch style in country Victoria. Today we are looking at homes that are designed and built for the country. Let's check out this traditional Australian ranch style in country Victoria.
Today I show you a unique style home that boasts both the serenity of the Hamptons with a Victorian country hamlet feel. Let's see if this country charmer can win Australia's best house.
Classic country facade on this home with the wraparound veranda.
I love that Dutch gable and the dormer windows as well.
Hi Travis, great to meet you. I have to say, straight away, I can feel I'm out of the city already. I'm relaxed. The home is very inviting. Is that the idea that you had when you designed a home like this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the area has just inspired us to design a modern country Australian home.
Well, you have done that. I feel like some scones and tea. Shall we go inside and have a look?
Yeah, sure. I got into the business at pretty much 12 years old. I was helping my old man hammer in the hand, got my apprenticeship as an electrician, and then got my builder's license. So I decided to develop a really niche type of a product, which is that country style home.
Wow, this is absolutely stunning.
Blending both Hamptons and country styles, the home greets you with cosy living rooms either side.
Definitely modern country living to its best. Loving the timber floors.
It's Tasmanian driftwood, and it's got a water-based finish on top. We've definitely been inspired by the Australian country look. There's a movie called Australia, and there's an epic house in that, and I've always wanted to build something like that. So this is a little mini version of that particular home. Did you want to come and take a look at the kitchen? That's everyone's favourite part.
I'd love to.
Okay.
Yeah, wow, Travis, the natural light just floods in and complements the kitchen and the dining area perfectly.
Yeah, that's right. The natural light is a really, really big focus for us because we just love that fresh look. The kitchen has been inspired from the Hamptons look with the shaker doors and the stone bench tops and the contrasting island bench colour.
And I've noticed the butler's pantry is huge. You wouldn't think that looking at the front of the kitchen.
That's really the engine room of the kitchen when we're hosting functions with family and friends.
And it just all flows. So you've got your kitchen, you're dining with the beautiful light timber.
The brief was to have a very, very relaxed environment but also be really fresh too. The living spaces out the back of this house are north facing and that's the reason that we designed the home to suit this particular block. It's very good for energy efficiency.
Because the home is north facing, winter isn't too cold as the sun heats all the main living areas. In addition, both the front and back doors are in line with each other, allowing for cross ventilation, so the home can be cooled down in summer as well.
I think it's really modest and really honest as well. It's not trying too hard to be something it's not.
So you got Hampton style, come in here, 4-poster bed. It just screams out that Victorian country hamlet feel, doesn't it? And the ensuite, ample space there with the cupboards, all beautifully white, but then it's broken up with the tiling.
Yeah, that's right. We chose to go for the artisan tiles just to add a little bit of personality to the home.
There's been a real thoughtfulness between cost planning, buildability and end result, hasn't there?
There has.
But he's taken some risks too, like those bold floor tiles are absolutely beautiful.
Let's go check out the outdoor area.
Beautiful.
The alfresco area is connected to a dining table and kitchen area for entertaining.
I feel though the back of the home, he's missed an opportunity to get some articulation, perhaps a pergola.
Yeah, or possibly to have that veranda run all the way around the back.
I think the judges are going to love the fact that you've used elements that promote sustainable living with the water tank, the skylights throughout the home and the north-facing house and positioning of it. You've beautifully combined two different styles. You've got Hampton styles and you've got this traditional Victorian country hamlet style. It's been an absolute pleasure. Love the home. I don't really want to leave.
Thank you very much.
For me, a minor detail, but I would have liked to have seen some barge boards below the floor level externally rather than the corrugated iron.
Coming up, we tour a home designed and built to look like an Italian village.
The Hampton style has become so popular here in Australia. Come and take a look. One of the biggest differences between traditional and contemporary is that it's very, very clean lined, very pared back. Traditionally, where we use lots of lights and brights, contemporary is very heavy. Lots of navies, lots of blues, and even going into dark greys and blacks even. So when you're trying to create the Hamptons contemporary look in a home, one of the great things with the James Hardie boarding is that it is a fibre cement product. So it's fantastic for fire resistancy and it has beautiful stream clean lines.
Let's tour a home designed and built to look like an Italian village.
Once Upon a Time is a property you'd find in a fairy tale, and a homestead was built.
Welcome.
Thank you. This is an amazing piece of Italy in Sydney. You're the builder, right?
Yep, Turrell Building.
Fantastic.
And our clients were Pete and Jen Guest.
Yes.
We found the site, I think in the North Shore Times. I saw a shot of a piece of land, a dam, couldn't even see the house.
And off we went.
2 weeks later, we bought it at auction.
Can we take a look inside, do you think?
Please,
Okay.
let's go.
Well, this is really amazing. So it's like a whole Italian villa.
A village.
Okay, so what about this room that we're in here? These floorboards look incredible.
That's all recycled oak.
Yep.
A lot of the home is still existing, like this existing wall through here.
They've used so many different building materials and they've managed to tie it all into one. There's timber windows, steel windows, brickwork, stonework. It really is amazing.
This is the most amazing surprise on the other side of those doors. What is this all about?
It's an open air hallway.
We started travelling to Italy and Spain and France. We never stay in hotels, we always stay in little B&Bs in little medieval villages, and we just love that lifestyle. Instead of doing a hallway, we'll do a cobblestone street and we'll put the bedrooms left and right either side, make it a fun party house.
These rooms off this central pathway are being used as parts of the house.
There's all bedrooms with their own ensuite.
All I see here is passion, passion, passion. And isn't that why we do what we do?
Absolutely.
I absolutely love this one. It's a standout. It's a labour of love. This is what they've wanted and they've executed it perfectly.
And a restaurant.
The home bar.
We have to have a look in here.
Yes.
And this is actually an authentic little bar. It's a real bar.
Another place for a nice red wine.
Oh, I love it. What's this made of? Where's this bar from?
Well, most of the materials are recycled from the original home.
Okay.
So creating bars, little features throughout the home that you'll see.
It's like a moving feast. You have a drink here, go somewhere else for something to eat. But what's this over here? It looks like a shop.
Flora Legeni,
Yeah.
it calls that, because this is like a little bar. Wanted on the other side of the road, a little florist shop.
Oh, I love it. It's so cute. Maybe we can go and look at one of the bedrooms.
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, these tiles are beautiful. What a lovely pinky terracotta. Where are these from?
Beautiful. The owner imported those from Mexico.
Amazing. Oh, look at this view. And the chess set.
This is part of Jenny's creation with the gardens.
This bath with a view is amazing, but this beautiful ceiling.
Every piece of lime wash timber is brand new. So Jenny spent days and days with a chain, hammers.
To give it some patina.
And all the roof timbers you'll see through the home, the same thing. So
that's a labour of love.
It is an absolute labour of love.
Where is the master bedroom?
So that's at the other end.
Its own wing. Let's go and have a look at that.
This is the entry to the master bedroom. Lots of stone, lots of timber.
So windows on both sides, huge ceiling, gorgeous timbers.
We're both passionate gardeners, so we've built the gardens and did all that work over the last 10 or 20 years.
Look at this.
Incredible.
Oh, it's fabulous.
Well, Peter did all the stone himself on the wall, and I've got to say, fantastic job.
Yeah. I think I know what the judge is going to like. I think the authentic materials throughout the whole house are gorgeous and so consistent. But I think really the main thing is the location on the lake. It's got a really good chance. I hope it goes really well.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
And they all lived happily ever after. The end.
I can appreciate the energy and the detail that has gone into it, but it's a little bit too much like a film set.
I love it. A bowl of pasta, a couple of glasses of red wine, walk up the cobblestone driveway to your bedroom. This is amazing.
For me, I wonder whether that's something that you'd be wanting to do every night in your own home.
After the break, Gary walks us through this stunning modern country home located in country New South Wales.
Hey Anthony, what is it about Porter Endure that is so appealing?
Well, the Porter Endure range consists of a range of 3D design profiles, so it's got a great amount of flexibility in terms of the design options. You can create that clean, crisp look, but you can also go for other looks and feels as well. So it softens hard industrial areas where there's a lot of concrete or steel, and you add some timber into that environment. It really creates a warmth, nice, cosy feeling.
Now, as far as the application, putting it on.
The cladding system is a tongue and groove system, and that's an in-house Porter design where it reduces the ability for water to get behind the timber, which increases its service life, but it's also the tongue and groove makes it easy to install. And it does create that warmth and comfort that you only get from natural products.
We are searching for Australia's best house. Gary walks us through this stunning modern country home located in country New South Wales.
Here's the thing about Australia's best house. Not all of us have millions of dollars to spend on a house. So we've included some affordable categories. The home I'm about to show you right now, you could build it for under $500,000. Let's check it out. And it's Daniel.
Gary, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And what a great place. Here we are in Medowie, just outside of Newcastle.
Yes, that's right.
And it's a wonderful, beautiful bushland. And the home you're about to see today, am I correct in saying that it's designed for acreage?
That's right. It's an affordable take on modern acreage.
Immediately, I'm not feeling a connection with the facade and a country home.
I'm almost more drawn to the rear of the building than I am the front.
Have a look at the inside here. I feel like they've nailed that country aesthetic. The wide oak floorboards are absolutely incredible.
The use of the timber on internal walls for load bearing so that you can still have an open plan feel but have the affordability of plenty of internal walls is really good.
Lovely, big, wide proportioned entry, which kind of adds a real grandeur to the place.
That's exactly right. Nice and wide 1200 door opening and very spacious as you enter. First impressions are always important to us.
Is that right? Well, it is to us too, because we want to make sure this is Australia's best house.
That's right.
So what have we got here? Looks like an entertainment, like a home theatre room?
Correct. It's the home theatre on this side to your left, and to your right we've got the children's escape, which we like to call the children's activity. With the multiple living areas in this house, it allows everybody to have their space, and that's really important.
So you can actually close that door, and correct me if I'm wrong, and the kids have their own house.
Gary, you wouldn't even know they're there.
Well, probably not a good idea. Probably do want to check on them.
True.
This home is truly built for families, but it's the master which has surprised me.
So this is the master bedroom.
Here it is. Look, I like to consider it as your own private hotel for mum and dad.
I mean, if I had a hotel room like this, it'd be a penthouse hotel room, because it really is quite stunning. Bathroom, marble tiles, which I love the patterns going on there as well.
On trend at the moment, marble's very popular with the style guide.
Those kind of tiles are affordable, because if you had, that was a big slab of marble, that would be very expensive, but the little tiles are quite cheap.
Correct.
I love what you guys do with the display homes these days, because this looks like someone actually lives here. You've got the shoes under the bed, you've got all the cupboards are full. And
again, don't tell anyone.
This layout is fantastic. Kitchen, dining, living. It makes for really good functional flow for a family.
Alrighty, wine cellar, absolutely imperative in a house like this. This is really quite big, so this has got multiple zones here. I can see we have the kitchen on this side, dining room in the middle, and then obviously the casual, probably most used living zone, right?
And the important thing with the layout of this is when you are entertaining and you've got parties, you're going to fit everyone in.
Here up in Newcastle, you have an extended summer, stays warm. So up here, this is a great place you can entertain outside. And you've got basically a little fountain out there, which is kind of cool under this sort of arbour. But you could put a pool there, I guess.
You could do anything to the backyard that you want. You could have your pool straight off the deck. You could have a bird bath, anything you want for the acreage.
As far as interior design goes, what's the look? What's the kind of theme you've got going here?
So this is a coastal vibe for acreage. So you can see that we've got over through the kitchen, you've got the coastal vibe with the similar tiles that you saw in the bathroom throughout, and you've got the shaker cupboards, and you've got the nice white tap to match the coastal interior.
I think the judges should consider here the floor plan, because I think it's a brilliant floor plan that could fit on acreage. I love that the children's zone's separate, and I think for me that's the selling point for me.
Architecturally, I would have liked to have seen a little more natural material selection for the exterior, and probably less render would give it more of that rural feeling.
I think bang for your buck though with affordable construction, they've really hit the mark. I think it's really good value for money.
Okay, so that concludes our homes from today's show. Let's see which house the judges will choose as our winning abode from today's episode.
You know what I love? The way Winning Appliances are all about technology in the kitchen. And when you look at Miele, they integrate technology across so many design aesthetics.
Miele is a German brand. They have an app called the Miele at Home app. You can actually utilise that while you're sitting remotely.
Talking about apps and technology, have you heard about the new app Eno by Vintech?
No.
So basically like having your own personal sommelier in your home. It's got the capabilities of storing information up to 300 different types of wine styles and varieties.
Amazing.
Wow. It is.
So enough talk about wine, it's time for us to announce the winner of the Country Houses episode.
And we had a unanimous decision in this category, with the winner being Smart Homes with their Australian ranch style home.
Travis from Smart Homes, wonderful example of a beautifully designed home that's financially accessible to the people.
Congratulations, Smart Homes. Your Australian ranch style home has now been placed into the final. We'll see it again later in the season. Could it be Australia's best house? Next time we unpack Australian homes that entertain. See you then.